Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I have my 1994 Integra GSR here. I'm currently working on the brakes and deleting the ABS system on this car. So I decided, while I have all these brake components off and I fully drained the brake fluid out of the master cylinder, now would be a great time to upgrade my other brake lines to some stainless steel braided, high performance brake lines. These are the Goodrich high performance brake lines. Here's what they look like right here. Looks like a nice high quality set. Comes with the banjo bolts and some looks like copper washers. So new hardware and all that. These are supposed to fit, be a direct fit. So we'll see how that goes. They are labeled front and rear, which is helpful. So I already actually just deleted the ABS sensors. These are the two fronts. And then here are the rear ABS sensors. As I said, I am in the middle of doing an ABS delete. So I just decided to make this a whole separate video, but if you guys are interested in seeing the ABS delete, be sure to check out those videos as well. My next step is to remove this beast and all these ABS brake lines out of the engine bay. But anyways, that's a later step. So these are the original brake lines. You can see the 4 of 94 there. These are, because this is a 94 Integra, so start right here. So I'm going to actually undo this line right here. Well, first pull this clip out and then undo this line and take out these brake lines. There is a couple of 10 millimeters holding these in place, but as I said, I'm doing the ABS delete right now as well. So I need to get all the brake fluid out of this. So in order to get the brake fluid out of the actual line, I'm gonna undo this bolt and let it drain first. So then I can freely start to take out the line. All right guys, so this is what I'm looking at. Here is the brake line going into the caliper. So this is a 14 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and undo this. And I suspect there's definitely going to be some brake fluid still left in this brake line. So I have this little bottle and a funnel. I plan to break this loose, take out this bolt real quick, and then put it into this so I can drain the brake fluid into that. Alright guys, as you can see, I have the brake line draining into my funnel and container there. Most of the fluid actually came out was not the line, but the actual caliper. It actually came spewing out of the caliper. So I did spill a little bit on my floor. Brake fluid is, corrosive to paint, or it's can eat up surfaces, so I cleaned that up immediately with some all-purpose cleaner. Not too much, but it made a small puddle on the floor, definitely. So anyways, I have that out. I'm letting the rest of the brake fluid that was inside the hose here drain. And then if you're doing this job, I would also recommend undoing these two bolts right here, which hold the brake line in. It just gives you a little bit more room so I can move this brake line to freely put it in to drain in this funnel. Let's take a look, see where else we need to disconnect. Looks like the brake line, let's see here. Looks like the brake line also connects to this bracket right here, so I'll have to undo that one. And then it loops around the knuckle and suspension, and then I'm next gonna actually take out this. So this clip right here, I just like to kind of get some pliers. You can grab it on these ends and then just take it out. Sometimes you can get a screwdriver in this little lip and just kind of work at it, work it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and undo this clip and this will free this up. I have already checked this line right here with my flare wrench to make sure that it is loose and it's not, corroded or, stuck on there. So I probably will loosen this up just a bit more before I actually start to take out this clip. So let's go ahead and do that. All right guys, I got the clip out. I just pulled it with some pliers, just straight out. It did help that I sprayed a little bit of silicone lubricant. So next, let's see here. Gonna keep that clip for later. Let's see if I can go ahead and break this loose. Oh yeah, see that was easy. That was easy. All right, so I just used my flare nut wrench. Just going to undo the rest of that. And then I also still need to undo this bolt right here. All right guys, so in addition to the bolt that was holding on this bracket, this part of the brake lines, there is also another bolt. You can see it right there. It's kind of at a diagonal way facing down. So I'm probably gonna have to get underneath the car and come at it from an angle to get this bolt off. But once I have that one, the brake line should be free. There we go guys. I just undid the hard brake line from this brake hose. and it just came right off. This other bolt, by the way, you had to get at it. I had to get from the wrench and the socket coming at it from this way. Looks like no more brake fluid is seeping through it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Almost had a little mess there. Here it is. Here is our old 1994 Integra brake line. There it is, boys. Let's go ahead and see what the replacement looks like. Well, here it is. Here are the two rears. Also comes with the mounting clips. And then here are the two fronts with these two mounting clips right there. And as I said, it does have the new banjo bolts and the crush washers. It even has the new clips. All right, guys, so I'm pushing the line up like that. I have my new clip. I'm gonna go ahead and push that in. Just like that. That locks that in place so that can't go down. All right, guys, check it out. I have the clip in there, and then the line wraps around. There is a bolt that holds on one of the clamps and one of the brackets that connects to the suspension here. Then it connects to the knuckle right here with two 10mm, so I have those tight. Now all I have to do is just tighten this to the caliper. You can see the line goes in the slot just like that. And that is going to attach to the caliper using this. So you're gonna want one washer on this end on the bolt, and then the other washer on the other end of the line here. So here we have it. We have the banjo bolt, the copper crush washer, the brake line, and the other washer. I'm gonna go ahead and connect this to the caliper and tighten it down. All right, guys, so the rear brakes are really easy. I'm first going to use my flare nut wrench to undo the hard line to the brake hose. Actually, first I'll probably take this clip out just like I did. I just get some pliers and then just pull this out. And then these rear brakes are actually a little simpler than the front brakes. Okay, so for the rear brakes, this is the bottom of where I just was. And if you follow the brake line along, there's one bolt there that holds it on to a bracket. We need to undo that bolt, and then it comes along the suspension and the brakes, and then there is the banjo bolt. So for the rear brakes, I'm going to go ahead and undo I'm going to take out this clip first, just use some pliers, take this off, and then I'm going to make sure that this is loose. I'm going to undo that bracket bolt down there, and then undo the banjo bolt to the caliper. And then we can take this old line off. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and undo this brake line right here. There we go. All right, guys, there is the banjo bolt connected to the caliper, and then it just runs behind the suspension, and here it connects to the hard brake line. On the ABS delete kit, the hard rear brake lines stay on there, so that is how it will stay. Brand new stainless steel braided brake lines. Great touch.